I see her there, Tim, right? That's my look, just take her in, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Look beautiful. Yeah.
Well, it's Beetlejuice, so there's always a wedding.
Was never waiting for us.
I think over the years, I've been to enough weddings to be freaked out and scared. And so it probably taps into a little bit of every wedding I've ever been to.
Tim fell in love with his song, MacArthur Park. You have no idea where it's going to end, and it gets really insane. So I think that's something that we love about it.
And just when you think, okay, that's enough of that, it just kind of gets more ridiculous and better.
The song is like 7 minutes long.
Actually, it really allowed us to let loose on this third act. And then in the middle of the song, it goes into this sort of jazzy 60s like piece. It's a really weird, it's a crazy song.
When Tim told me, I said, oh yeah, I love the idea of this. I get how that could be funny, but I'm not sure that much of it can work. But then again, I know he's got something in his head, and we'll figure out a way to make it work.
And then Tim started weaving in all of his Tim stuff with the influencers, with the police breaking in, with Jackson showing up, with Dolores showing up. So it just started building into this big kind of musical number.
Tim has a very good sense of what he needs in the cut. This is a very ambitious scene, stuffed with a lot of fun stuff.
I was at one point dancing around a 6-foot wedding cake, and then Willem Dafoe exploded through a window, and it's about as good as it gets, to be honest.
And it was a real...
Very playful, and that was the fun.
We were all very spontaneous. I mean, maybe sometimes to our detriment, but at the same time, we try to go with a more quick, let's not over-rehearse, let's not do this, and just give it a certain spirit. Sometimes that can either be good or bad, but like I said, they were all...
Someone left the cake out in the rain.
I remember being in the makeup trailer and Catherine yelling over to me, "Did you read the last 30 pages of the script?" Because it was sort of evolving.
That third act, everything that takes place in the church, it's absolute chaos.
It's ridiculous doing this song. But fun, really fun. Jenna and I worked out with the choreographer some really good cheeseball moves.
I was given the script and we created a lot of different versions with some dances, and we keep workshopping ideas. But because of the time pressures of film and just everyone's schedules, we ended up getting a very finite amount of time to rehearse. Tim sort of instructed the actors to get up to sort of just improv movement.
We were jumping and skipping and twirling. You felt like a little kid. There was times where I couldn't look at Catherine because I would start laughing.
We both decided that we should be doing synchronized things together as opposed to off on our own.
We'd cut and then do something really great on accident and think, okay, well, on the next time, you drag me across the pew. Okay, on the next one, we're gonna do rowboats. It was just kind of a lot of play.
So it was really fun trying to work out moves with Jenna, and she was really creative too.
We were watching these contemporary dance videos to pull inspiration and then just doing really, really poor versions of that. We kind of had freedom to just improvise.
Catherine and Jenna just kept on dancing way past the point that they were supposed to. They just really went for it. They did a lot of things themselves. They improv'd around. I was essentially their cheerleader, and I massaged a few steps together, but it was largely led by them. They were incredible.
It didn't feel like work, and it was just so nice to work with Catherine and experience that with her.
And you can watch Tim sort of putting it together in his head. He'll do this thing where he'll sort of step away, and you can see him working out, okay, now this, and then he'll run up to you and go, okay, now it's like this.
It's a descent into madness, really. I felt like, how do you break it down and then escalate it and discern further and further into this kind of hellish puppeteering that Beetlejuice is doing to everyone?
You got it. Tim knows exactly what he wants, even though he sometimes is trying to figure it out at the moment.
Come in with a little bit more force.
Tim is so precise, and his energy, it's really inspiring for everybody.
The most challenging part is working with that sequence as it evolves. Because Tim, when he's shooting, he's very connected in with the editorial process.
That's mostly what happens. He sees it, and he's got something in his head.
I want to see you as the matador. Yeah. So if you're covering yourself, right? Exactly like that.
Once you trust that, you're in, and then you say, oh yeah, this is great. And you know what else? I should do that, and how about this? It's such a great collaboration.
It's not exactly what you learn at film school. And I couldn't find the manual online how to shoot something like this.
It's perfect for Beetlejuice because the movie is weird. It felt daring.
I think we got that.